cold night to sleep outside, and I met Gregory, developed a friendship, a relationship, and he said, you really should do a walk. So we held on to it. We were in discussions at the time with the county commissioners. They stalled on everyone's part, and they're back now. So I called Gregory, and he said, where'd you think of this idea? I said, this is your idea, Gregory. This is yours. So he's someone that has such a presence down here at the Jersey Shore. He runs the Portraits of the Jersey Shore online, so if you've ever seen that, it's something that so many of us follow, so many of us get peace out of, love out of. You live with your heart, and we all appreciate you. And I know Gregory's story, and he's going to share his story here with you. And I'm so thankful that you're here today, Gregory. Appreciate you. I can give you a hug.
I saw this sign from a person out here, Christine, and I want to share this with all of you.
Yep.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. That's right.
That includes people who do not look like us. That includes people who do not think like us. That includes people who may not even live like us. You see, there are people here even today who do not have what we have, that wish they can go back to a car and a warm home to spend the rest of their day. This is so important to me and to my family over here, because see, the thing is that people who are homeless, nobody when they're in third grade and when the teachers say to them, what do you want to be when you grow up? None of those kids say, I want to be homeless.
That's right.
This isn't something you aspire to. This is something that takes time with a lot of abuse and neglect and being told you are not worthy and turning to things to help us cope that prevents us being able to have the things that other people have. A lot of people who are homeless have either addictions or alcoholism, mental illness, or are simply discouraged. And this happens because as they were growing up, there were not people in their life that were telling them, you can be something. We love you, we support you. By the way, any teachers here today, you make a difference. So thank you to teachers. You are on the front line letting our kids know that they matter. Homeless people need to know that they matter. Not just in theory, not just on paper, but to us. That's why we're here. This turnout is incredible. I'm blown away. But this isn't just a theory for me. I too was homeless. I remember when I was 20 years old. I had a really very violent childhood growing up. I turned to alcohol to numb the pain. Alcoholism led to homelessness. By the time I was 20, I was working and drinking all the money I earned, and I was living in the woods. And I remember one night after coming back from the bar into the woods, I went back to my tent where I had a duffel bag with all my belongings in it. And it was raining out. I couldn't wait to get back in my tent where I would be warm and dry. And when I got to my tent, it was turned over. Everything was destroyed. My duffel bag with all that I owned in it was stolen. And I was standing there crying, and I said, this is what my life has come to. And I spent the next 8 years of my life battling homelessness, battling alcoholism, because I never believed in myself. It took getting shot in the head by a police officer. I was caught in a crossfire, laying in the street, almost bleeding to death. And I survived. I was given a second chance at life, and I determined I would not waste it. And I met an amazing woman who believed in me when I didn't believe in myself and her family, which is now my wife of 20 years married.
Amen.
And we have two amazing boys that I have via this page, Portraits of the Jersey Shore, which I use to turn back on our community, including our homeless friends, to make us aware that we're all in this together. Homeless people matter. Why? Because they are God's children. And I want the commissioner to know, please, do something. How many of us have driven by empty lots and empty buildings abandoned and just, I mean, businesses that have turned away? No one's there right now. Why can't we use them for transitional housing to get the people the help that they need? Let's give them a second chance. We have shown up to let the commissioner know that we care. The voices have spoken out. The will of the people is here. Please hear us. Thank you very much. I love you all so much.